Hello guys, welcome to the channel Amazicellent Hacker. Today I'm going to solve the box 0 from cyberseclabs.co.uk. It's a easier box and Active Directory based. Okay, before getting into the walkthrough, please don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon. I'm in the site cyberseclabs.co.uk. I've already started the instance of the box 0, so here's my IP. Okay, let's start the walkthrough with the nmap scan. Let me copy the IP first. Okay, to run an nmap scan, let's type nmap. That's SV to enumerate version, that's SC to run default script, that's O for OS fingerprinting in the machine's IP. Let's give sudo command to run it as root. Let's hit enter. Let's wait for the scan to get completed. I'm just going to stop here and just get the scan results. As you can see, multiple numbers of are open. So port 3286 is open, it's LLAP port or Active Directory port. Bunch of SMB ports are also opened. Okay, as the name suggests, it's 0, so kind of search in Google for any vulnerabilities related to 0. So it's an Active Directory box, so kind of search 0 vulnerability. As you can see, so some sort of vulnerability, name is Zerologon vulnerability. So that's the vulnerability we are going to exploit in this box. So you can just run a couple of nmap Active Directory script scan also, but I already did the box once, so I know actually the path that we are going to follow to solve this box. So in this vulnerability, so kind of not need to provide any password if you got any username to just exploit the box. So you can just Google around a bit for some detail of this vulnerability. I'm just going to search exploit for it. Okay, let's search for exploit in GitHub and let's go to this third one. You can just select anything. So I'm just going to open this third one. Okay, let's clone it first. Okay, to clone that, just type git clone in this address. Start cloning. Okay, let's run it and let's hope it works. So test with a domain controller is vulnerable to Zerologon attack. So kind of only test for Zerologon vulnerability. So it will not give us password, so we just have to use a secret dump with it. So yeah, this steps also. So run cb exploit.py with IP and net BIOS name of domain controller. So DC name. So first of all, we need to find domain controller name. Okay, the domain controller name is 0-dc. So as you can see, it's not 0.csl. It's a domain name, not a domain controller name. Okay, so got ourselves domain controller name also. Let's run it again. 0-dc in the IP. So what was the IP? 172.31.1.29, 172.31.1.29. Okay, let's run it. So it only works in Python 3.6 or neighbor. Okay. So if I can show some sort of error or some library is missing, a library file missing, a packet missing, I think you need to install it inside virtual environment. So I kind of sort around any issues and find out that we kind of need to install it inside virtual environment, then only it will work. So it's some sort of problem with impacted version. Okay, let's just stop this. So checking this vulnerability and let's install it inside the virtual environment. So the steps to do that also, just follow it. I'll leave all of them in the description below too. Okay, so requirements already satisfied. Okay, now let's create a virtual environment. You can also manually type python 3-m to use virtual environment module and create a new virtual environment name packet. As you can see, I created a virtual environment name packet. Okay, now let's just load it. So now we need to get inside this virtual environment. To do that, just type source and this activate. Okay, it will get us inside virtual environment. As you can see, we are now inside this packet virtually env. Okay, so now we activated it also. Now let's just install packet and again run the same cp exploit that we just cloned from git. Okay, now it's trying to install packet. Okay, it's successfully completed installing packet. Now let's just run the exploit again. So python 3 cp okay, it says that target is vulnerable and changing account password to empty string. So exploit is actually completed. So we know that this box is actually vulnerable to Zerologon. So just to exploit that, we need to again use secret dumps, and it will just give us simply give us password hashes. Can also just say in this exploit page that we need to just the DC sync attack with secret dump. So actually secret dump is pre-installed in Kali or any other hacking Linux distros. So it's located in, I think, user share doc. Python 3 packet examples and secret dumps. Okay, so it's located in this directory user share doc python 3 packet examples and secret dump.py. And to dump password hashes, we just need to give dash no pass, as we don't know any pass, so it will just give empty hash. It will pass this empty hash. That's just the main controller. So this flag will just extract ntds.dat or ntlm hashes and Kerberos keys. After that, just type 0. Domain controller. So our domain controller is 0 stc. So 0 stc dollar, this is our domain controller, and I think we also need to give the IP. 172.31.1.29. I think it's the correct IP. Let's hit enter and let's hope that our exploit runs. Okay, now it's using DC sync attack. So here is the method name, the RSU API method, and it successfully extracted the hash too. So here's the administrator hash. Now we just simply need to just pass the hash tag. So we got the administrator password hash. And now let's try to log in with EvilWinRM. Just keep command EvilWinRM, that's you for username. It's administrator. And that's as for password hash. So let's just copy the hash. Okay. Let's paste it in the IP 172.31.1.29. Okay. Let's hit enter. Alright, now we are successfully inside the box here. 0, and let's check who are we. We are now administrator. So we successfully escalated the privilege and also got inside the box. Now let's get the user flag and root flag. So here's the system flag, root flag. Okay. Similarly, you can just get the user flag too. So it's actually called the access flag, I think. So here's the access flag too. Alright, we successfully got both the system and access flag and completed the box on 0. So it was actually pretty easy box. You just simply need to source for a vulnerability Zerologon. So this much in this video. If there are any queries, leave them in the comment section below, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon. Alright, goodbye, see you next time.